We all have our plates full of life. It's something all the time. And then what got us this time was not the problems that we're dealing with that we see, but none of us saw this one coming.
Nobody. Yeah.
It's kind of like David in 2 Samuel, I think it's 1 Samuel 20 actually, when his house was burned down by the Amalekites, and his family was kidnapped, and his wealth was stolen. He was literally on a winning streak. He had 600 mighty men, and they were winning for 3 months on a campaign. Every city they attacked, they took all the treasure, all the winning. He never thought that when he got home, he didn't see it coming. And his house is burned, his children are kidnapped, his wife is kidnapped, his wealth is gone, all in one day. And then to make things worse, everybody is in the same thing. All of his mighty men were in the same situation. The Bible said they all began to weep. Wow. You're talking about guys that could kill, the Bible said in 2 Samuel 23, some of those mighty men could kill 600 men single-handed. One guy killed 1,000 people. And yet they're weeping, which tells me it's okay. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to feel, as long as you don't stay there, as long as you don't give in to that. But I do think we have to take a moment and realize that when that happens, he goes and he says, and I love this verse, so his own guys got so discouraged that they turned on him. The Bible said they were so grieved that they had lost their families and homes that the mighty men talked of stoning him. And isn't that what we do when we get in a crisis? We look for somebody to blame.
Wow.
We want to blame the president. We want to blame the Democrats. We want to blame the Republicans. We want to blame the doctors missing the forecast, whatever. Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. I want to ask this question when I read that story. What good would stoning David do?
Yeah.
Is that going to solve your problem? And be careful. The Bible said that the men, his mighty men, were grieved. The word grieved means bitter.
Wow.
When you allow bitter people into your life, it's a matter of time before you become their target.
Jeez.
Anytime you allow a bunch of bitter people into your life,
Jesus.
they may be hitting somebody else right now, but it's a matter of time before a bitter spirit will turn on you, because it's always got to blame somebody. But here's the whole turning point. The Bible said they wept until they could not weep anymore. And I love that word, until. They wept until. You have to have an until moment. I've cried all I'm going to cry over this. I've worried all I'm going to worry over this. I've sent the last text trying to get it worked out. I've reached my until moment. And the Bible said, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. You know why he encouraged himself? Because he didn't have anybody else.
Everyone else was mad at him.
Sometimes you have to.
But he encouraged himself in the Lord his God. Isn't that strong?
Oh, it's sweet.
Isn't that a word in season?
Beautiful.
That sometimes your wife can't do your praising for you. Sometimes your mama can't do your praying for you. Sometimes your prayer partner that you call for your prayer, they can't be there for you. The choir's not there for me anymore to lift my spirit. Nobody's there. But not because they don't care, but because we're all in this together. But in those moments, and I tell you, this is maybe the biggest thing that people can learn from this crisis is you need to learn how to encourage yourself.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to read the Bible for yourself. You need to learn how to preach to your children for yourself.
So good.
You need to learn how to worship in your home for yourself. Do you know that in the book of Acts, the word church is mentioned 19 times? Ecclesia, church.
My goodness.
But home or homes is mentioned 39 times. More miracles by far happened in people's homes than ever happened in a synagogue or a church. And the book of Acts started with mighty moves of God in people's homes. And so that story that I was just referring to, when David encouraged himself in the Lord, because God can't use gripers. God can't use complainers. You know, God can use sinners. Now, I really feel the Lord's in what I'm about to say. I hear the Lord now. God can use sinners, God can use failures, but He cannot use quitters.
My goodness.
You cannot quit now. You cannot give up on your dream and on your call and on your purpose now because the house has been burned and stuff has been taken and the wealth is dissipating and your future feels uncertain. The Bible said when he encouraged himself in the Lord, how do you do that? You need to rehearse the past victories in your life. Yeah. You need to remember you're under divine protection. And you need to rethink who your God is. He's able and He's with us. And the Bible said the word of the Lord came to him and said, pursue. Get up and go after it and pursue, for you shall recover it all. And it leaves these little words in there, and spoils besides. I don't believe that we're just going to break even. I'm claiming that scripture for everybody watching this program. More than hype, more than preaching a sermon, it became alive to me, those words. The key to it is he had to encourage himself in the Lord his God. And when he did, the scripture said that he pursued and he recovered it all, and spoils besides. Right in the middle of this pandemic, God, I believe, is going to set people up to bless them even greater than where they were before. You're going to get back what the enemy has stolen, and spoils besides.